Before we start, I received some mail. I believe that this is from Maggie at Babylicious Nails. I sent her some sort of duplicates of e-nail couture stuff that I had, and she said she was popping something in the post for me. So I'm just gonna, I don't know what it is. Oh, it smells nice. Hi Joy, just a little gift to return your kindness. Love, Maggie. Oh, how nice. Ooh, we have stickers. Some paw prints. Love paw print stickers. Keep going. I need that motivation sometimes. It's nice, nice lunar one. Ooh, a dream catcher. And a snail with a skull on its back. That's a bit unusual, isn't it? Got nice colours. It smells lovely. Oh, I've got my own dragon. Oh my god. Oh, you tough the bedding. Tough the bedding. Oh, this is so cool. Now Glam Dragon has one of these. Hers is obviously like purpley coloured. Oh, they're so cool. Look. Look. I got my own dragon. That's so cool. Thank you, Maggie. Oh, that's wonderful. I've got a little fox that I can live next to, actually. Here's my little fox. My little fox. Little fox. Little dragon. Ooh. That's so cool. Oh, thank you, Maggie. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. I have to find somewhere they can both live now. I'll just pop them over there for now. And we will get on with the main video. Oh, yeah, I'm just wrecking everything now. Yes, let's get to it. Oh, I don't know what she's sprayed that with, but it smells so lovely, and the paper's gorgeous as well. Very nice, Maggie. Thank you. Okay, guys, just let me move that because that's glaring. Hi, and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, hello, welcome. Today we are doing. I've been sent some PR from Tinovo Uno. So this is the brand. See it says there, Tinovo Uno. I have had some PR from this brand before. They're the sister brand for Cody's. Now Cody's, I really like. The bottles are nice. The labels seem fairly good. And the packaging works. I have had issues with the Tinovo Uno ones in the past, and I'm going to have the same issue today, and we'll get into that in a moment. I am just going to quickly do a coat of black on one of these pops because it's a top, that one that I've just shown you is a top coat, and it will be better on black. I have actually, one of the bottles here is actually a jelly black, so I probably could have done it over that, but I want to see the proper effect of the jelly black anyway, so I'm probably just going to give that a couple of coats because it does need it, and I'll come back when that's done and we'll go through what I've got of them. Okay, so we have got a couple of non-gel products here. One is a nail, it says nail toughness, it's a nail strengthener, and the other is just a nail lacquer, like an ordinary nail polish, a non-gel nail polish. So I'm going to test this first. It says strengthen and protect nails natural dry. So yeah, you don't have to cure it in a UV lamp. The smell is like typical normal nail lacquer. The consistency seems quite nice. It's a medium consistency. It's obviously going to be a little hard to tell how much strength it's giving on these pops because they are a little stiffer than a natural nail would be anyway. But let's give it a go. I'm not used to doing air dry stuff, so that's already drying. It's drying very, very quickly. So you have to get it on quick, which I'm not used to. I'm going to do the other one at the same time. Give it a bit of a shake. I don't know whether that's picking up on the camera, but it's pretty impressive. This hollow finish. I'm going to try and do this fairly quickly. Dry. I'm going to pause here. I'm going to give them another coat and then I'll be back. Okay, so these have had 2 coats now. So this is this one, the strengthener, and I can actually tell that it's made a bit of a difference. If I try and bend one of these, I can tell that there's a lot more flex there than there is there. That's definitely tougher. So, and it's gone a little bit hazy, but it's essentially clear. You can see there's a little bit of haze there. Again, let me get a proper one for you. You can see a little bit of a haze there, or I hope you can anyway. But yeah, I'm quite impressed with that. It's nice. The bottle, the label is kind of self-explanatory, which on some of the others it isn't. They had one that said no age, which for nails, do nails age? Do they? I don't know. But yeah, I like this label. It's simple and easy to read, and it explains what it is and what it's for. This, it is really nice. I'm hoping I can get it to, yeah, you can see it a little, I think. It's a lot more pretty in person. Again, you can see through it. So it would be nice on top of focus. It would be nice on top of any other colour. Let's just try it over the black. Oof. Focus. It is stunning, and it's extremely fine. Let me show you the bottle and the brush. It's an extremely fine shimmer, and it is super, super pretty. So yeah, I'm impressed with that as well. And that's 2 coats, and that's covered very well. So that is those 2. Let's move on to the gels. So first up we have a rubber base gel, which that's all it says on it. There's no number or anything on it. There's like a PD number, I don't know what that is. It just looks like a production date, I think, and an expiry date and the lot, but that's it. There's no other identifier marks on this. So if you don't like to have to swatch your bottle with, like, I use the little, let me find them, these little butterflies, and they just go on the, like this. And I have these on all my bottles and they work really well, although in the future I may be changing my idea. A lovely lady called Lou recently came up with a genius idea for swatching, which is a lot quicker, a lot easier, and uses a lot less plastic. I will link that video in the description below. Go and check it out. The woman's a genius. So I may be changing away from the butterflies. So anyway, getting back to this. There's not any identifying thing. I don't know how many rubber base gels they do, but it's a bit of an issue if you want to pick it up at a glance, because I mean, it's amazing. It's extremely thick. There's so much of this sort of snowflake stuff in here. So I'm not quite sure how it's going to go on. I'm just going to give it a bit of a shake just to make sure that that's giving a true representation of how it is. But I mean, it's so thick, I don't even know whether it's going to mix up. Well, let's get it on a pop and see what it looks like, shall we? Oh yeah, that is so thick. But this is a gel. So you can play about with it and get these sort of snowflakey bits where you want or need them. It's very pretty. But it is very thick. I'm trying to stay out of blocking the camera, but it's not very easy. Right, I'm gonna pop that in the lamp. It is very pretty. And with it being a base gel, I presume you wouldn't need to put anything on the top of it. You could, I mean, it says a base gel. In my mind, a base gel, you would cover it with colour generally. But you're not going to want to with this. You're just going to want to put a top coat on, I guess. Next up we have, this says base coat gel as well. It says structure base coat gel, so like a builder gel, I assume. Again, give it a bit of a shake. And this again has got, it's like a creamy milky white with like gold flakes in it. Again, it's got no identifying features on it. It just says structure gel. And I have another bottle here that looks absolutely identical in all ways, shapes and forms, and is a completely different colour. So again, the swatching thing would have to be done in some way if you had these two bottles on your shelf and wanted to know which one was which, without having to take the bloody lid off. I did message them on my last PR and said, look, you know, the fact that I've got 3 bottles that say the same thing, absolutely identical, and have 3 very different contents in them is a little bit of an issue. And they don't seem to have addressed that issue. Maybe they will in the future. I'm sure it's not something that can be sorted out in a, you know, in a moment, because it's completely repackaging. But that is really nice, and it goes on really well as well. Like I say, a sort of creamy, it's not a white milky, it's a creamy milky, and then these gold flakes, which is really, really nice. Pop that in the lamp. So that's the one. Excuse me. That is super pretty. I don't know whether you'd want a second coat on it. It is a base gel. You don't usually do second coats of base gel. So I think I'm just going to leave that one for the time being. The same with that same base coat on it. I'm only just going to do the one coat. I'm going to do this other structure base coat gel next. And you will see it's exactly the same bottle, but a very different colour. I mean, I kind of like the products. In fact, I really like the products. The consistency is nice, they self-level well, the colours are nice and vibrant. But the packaging and the labelling leaves a little to be desired, to be honest. I mean, that's gone on fairly well, but it's a little bit patchy at this end. But I always have this problem because that's where the most pressure is when I'm doing my brush strokes. That's where the most pressure goes. I'll let that level for a moment. So that's the second one out of the lamp. Again, it's a milky, so it's not completely opaque, but it is quite nice. I do like it. Put that red one in the lamp while we do this one. Now this one says 2-in-1 top coat glitter gel. it's not a glitter gel, it's a black jelly gel. And like I said, I have now 4 or 5 of these bottles that say glitter gel top coat on them, and there's only 2, I think, that are actually a glitter top coat. So it is a shame, because the products I like, the consistency is good, the price is quite good, you can get them on Temu, but the labelling is confusing at best, you know. This is a very pale jelly. Focus. So that's 1 coat. Pop that in the lamp. Get the red back out. This red is lovely actually. And yeah, for a base coat, I'm not sure. I have never used like a coloured base coat. Builder gels, yes. Base coats, no. And it is a little translucent in this area here. But that's probably my application, to be fair. And it's a lovely colour. Right, the last one is going to go on this black pop. And again, it's the same bottle. It says glitter gel. It is kind of a glitter gel. It's got mylar flakes and then stars and moons in it. I wouldn't class this as a glitter. I would class it as, I don't know, sequins, I guess. But it's nice. It's lovely. I seem to have a lot of moons and no stars. There's a star there. Let's try and get that off. There we go. I mean, it's pretty. It's super pretty. Focus. It's got that like sort of chameleon or hollow flakes and glitters in it, and then stars and moons. It's really nice. I'm going to do a second coat of this jelly gel, this black jelly. In fact, I'm going to do it from there down, so that you can see the difference between 1 and 2 coats, and I will probably put a 3rd coat on the tip. Focus. Okay, so let me try and get these into some semblance of order. The jelly top coat, I suppose it might have its place if you just wanted to have a subtle jelly effect. So that's 1 coat, 2 coats, 3 coats at the bottom. That is absolutely stunning. They've all been top coated now. Well, the 3 that need top coat, these have been top coated. That one is so full of stuff that it still looks a little bit lumpy and bumpy. The gold not too bad, and that red is a beautiful, beautiful colour. And then we have these 2 top coats. So I'm not sure why you'd want a jelly black top coat, but I suppose you could if you do like the red hearts, encapsulate hearts, and then you want it to sort of be more subtle. And then we've got the strengthener, which does seem to make a difference, and then this beautiful iridescent nail lacquer. So, conclusions. The products from Tinovo Uno, apart from the fact that their brand name is a little awkward to say, or maybe that's just me, I don't know, but their products seem really good. Like I say, for the price point, I think they're really, really reasonable. The viscosity is nice, the colours are quite nice. The ones that need to be opaque are opaque. It's just the packaging, in my opinion, that lets them down. I will give them honest feedback, as I always do. And we'll see if they do anything about it in the future. Like I say, I mean, it was only probably a month ago, maybe, that I did my last PR for these guys, and I did send them that feedback via WhatsApp. I didn't get much of a response from it other than, okay, thanks. But they may be putting things in place that is going to make these bottles more distinctive. Or, I mean, just a thing on the top saying what they are would be a start. I mean, there are other brands that they don't have it on them. Enel Couture, for instance. But yeah, in general, I think it's good practice, and I think it will, especially these bottles saying glitter gel when it's not a glitter gel in them. I think that's rather confusing. But, you know, if the product's good enough, then maybe it's not an issue. Maybe people will still buy them and put their own swatches on, and then it's all fine and dandy. Let me know what you think, guys. Would this put you off buying this brand? Or would you just say, well, you know, it's good quality and it's cheap, so I'll figure out a workaround? Let me know. I will see you in the next one. It will probably be, not sure. It may be a swatching video. My swatching pile is getting bigger and bigger. I said I was going to stop buying polishes. Obviously these need swatching properly with the butterflies on them, because otherwise I'm not going to know what's in them. And I have some Born Pretty and some like potted gels of some description up there that all need doing. So I might have a swatching day, and I may record it or I may go live. I don't quite know yet. Might go live. Let's see. I can't think of anything else to tell you. I'm going to try and do some more resin stuff soon as well. I do have a lot of new moulds that I want to try out, and lots of nice new glitters and things that I can inlay into nail trays and things like that. If you are interested in a nail tray or a nail stand or a palette or anything like that, contact me. My email is in the description. I think it's in the description of the videos, but it was certainly in the description of my channel. And we can discuss stuff and see what we can do to make your vision come to life. There was something else I wanted to tell you, but I can't remember what it was now. No idea. It's gone. Don't know. So I'll stop rambling, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys. Oh, there. I am nearly at 450 subscribers. I am going to be doing a big giveaway at 500 subscribers. So like, comment, share, hit that notification bell. Share, particularly. Let's try and get some new people in. Get some new people in. Get me up to 500. We can do a big giveaway. It's going to be fun. I'll see you then. Bye.